It's just another quick video. This is about why I believe people should sign the petition. I've signed it myself. Um, I've just done a video on it. Basically, you know, it probably won't bring up a general election, which it won't. But what it will do is it might open the eyes of all the other Labour candidates and make them realise that we're really hated on here. Starmer's not a good look for us. Maybe we need to start looking at replacing him. And that is another outcome that could come with signing this um, um, like petition. For me, and this is to the people that voted in Labour, and I know a lot of people did that I know, it's hard for some people to see actually why it would affect people so bad. But for me, as a person that wanted the best future for my daughter, so I'm speaking as a father now, I'm speaking as a man that does care about other people and wants to see the best future for the people around him. This man's come in, and I'll be basic as I can with it, and if I make any mistakes, correct me in the comments, but he's come into power. He's told everyone that, his slogan was change. Change is good. That's what he wanted to do. And a lot of people, when he was in, everyone put, and I saw it on Facebook, a new day for change. Okay. So what he's actually done is he's brought back inflation, which is something that we needed to keep getting down. While we've already been struggling. I mean, go back 6 years ago. No, not even 6 years ago. I was paying half of what I'm paying on my bills, and I'm being extra careful with them now, and I'm still paying more. So your typical gas and electric is over doubled over the past 5 years, and they're getting record profits. So he's increasing that again, and he's also taking away heating allowance from the old age pensioners. So these people that have worked from the age of, well, back in the day, 14 probably they started working, if not younger. They are now old and cold, and I've already heard that people are dying of pneumonia in hospitals now, and we're not even below freezing, and it's really damp and cold. So that isn't going to help. He's been given free stuff, which a couple of years ago Boris Johnson had done a similar thing. It's happened a few times where the Labour government have jumped on them, like, how disgusting is this? They're taking freebies and reaping rewards when the people are struggling. We're actually struggling now, and he's been getting like 72 grand for him and his wife for new clothes. I mean, I'm sorry, I look scruffy. I don't really care much about my appearance. In fact, I do. A lot of people keep telling me to have a haircut and shave, but I'm one of these guys that is just like, now you've told me to do it, I won't do it. I'm just an hard work person. I work in overalls, I get covered in oil, and it's full of men. I don't need to go and impress them when I'm working. I don't really care about my appearance because that's just my job. Now, if I was in sales, I'd have a nice haircut, I'd be clean shaved, and I'd look good. I'd be a lot better presented. But if someone gave me £75,000 in clothes, do you honestly think that I wouldn't get taxed on that? Not a chance. But these lot at the top now are getting it left, right and centre since they've stepped in. So I think that's bad, especially when there's people on the streets that can't even feed themselves. We've got people going to food banks that are classed as working class, which have never had to go to a food bank before. We've got donations in schools all over the country to feed children because they're starving. Even dogs and cats, there's animal centres that are struggling, and he's getting thousands of pounds in free donations. Come on, seriously. And then you've got the likes of the banks that he's helping out his friends with the banks, isn't he? He's giving them all these options to get all this land off the farmers by putting in place something that the farmers have never been able, never had to give up that land, but now they're going to have to because they've been pushed into a corner, they're trapped, and it's wrong what all that is about. And then obviously we've all got to go higher interest rates. So He's done absolutely. Don't forget about the VAT on private education. Now, for most people that have voted Labour in, they'll never have dreamt of sending their kids in to get a better education than themselves because it's too expensive. But in my eyes, as a father, and I class myself as working class. I want the best for my daughter. I don't want her to grow up having the life like my mum did a lot for me, but I think that better education may, in some circumstances, be a waste of money. But in my eyes, if that helps her get a better one-to-one and get a higher education in her future, she's gone to a private school which gets her above other people that have been in public school with the same qualifications, then I will pay for her to be more successful. But he's taken that away. So not only is he attacking the older people, he's attacking the middle-aged people, he's attacking, I'd probably say I'm getting close to middle age now, us, so that our daughters and sons can't have a better education in their future. There's that, and then obviously with the students, he's attacking them, and everything he said he was going to do, he's completely done the opposite. So if you're one of those people that has seen this petition and don't understand why the people are signing it, if there's any slight doubt that you think maybe he has done some bad stuff that he didn't need to do, I honestly think that you should look at signing this petition. I genuinely do. I think that this, even though it won't get him to bring up a new general election, it might make the other Labour candidates look at getting someone new to lead the country. Because the way I see it, and with everything that's in place, like the VAT is going to help the privately owned schools. Well, I've done canopies for that guy and he's minted, and now he's getting even more money because they can claim it all back. We can't, as working people, we can't get that back. But we also have to now find £300 a month to pay for these terms. That's an average of £300 a month for 5 years to pay for these terms, which is ridiculous when you've got your food prices going up because now he's increased inflation. He's taxing us more. He's putting your NI tax up, your national insurance tax, that's going up. The NHS is getting run down, so that's why he's saying he's taking land off farmers, but that's ridiculous. Farmers hardly ever use the NHS, you know. It's people that don't, like, well, I'm sorry, but people that don't work that are there all the time, that aren't given to the NHS, that use the resources all the time. They're the ones that really should be paying more to the NHS, not the farmers. Farmers eat healthy, have healthy lifestyles, they're never sick, and when they are sick, they just got to keep working. But then you get people that just don't feel like going to work, that can have any excuse to go and take the time up with a doctor, get a sick note, to be off for 2 weeks, to not provide for the economy, to not get any money flowing in the country. That gets paid by people like the farmers that are paying them people to go home because they can't be arsed working, because they just feel like they want to be off for 2 weeks because they're struggling mental health. These guys have to go and help dying lambs, they have to dying calves. Farmers do have feelings and they have mental health issues as well. In fact, I bet there's more farmers out there that hang themselves and chuck themselves into slurry pits because they just can't take it anymore, more than the average day person that just has to go and stack shelves. We've got it easy compared to a farmer, and he's attacking them, and I just think that that is the worst thing that you can do. So I'm not saying you should do it, but what I am saying is, if there's a slight bit of common sense, or you can see there's something's not quite right with what Keir Starmer's doing, and just try your hardest to look at it in a different sort of circumstance, instead of defending him, just question him. Like, he was a Conservative Party leader. Imagine if he was. Imagine if this man was a massive Conservative Party and he thought, well, I'd normally go for the Conservatives, but I might get a little bit further with the Labour backing me because they'll stand by Labour and not by me, but it'll keep me in power. You've got to question these things. This is why I change parties all the time, because I'm looking for the best interest in myself and for the people around me, and not for what my parents told me, or not for what I've believed in the last 100 years, because that's why they're sold to it. I asked my gran and my dad, they vote Conservatives, and I was like, why? And they're like, well, we've done it for the last 100 years. It's just what our party's always voted for. I'm like, but look at what they're doing to you. They're absolutely destroying you. Oh, I didn't know. We just always vote Conservative. So maybe now's the time to have a real good think about who's leading your party and why people might actually be quite upset with what he's doing. It's not that we're not giving him a chance, it's that we've given him a chance and he's gone in guns blazing. He's put the boot down big time. I mean, he's pretty much a dictator now, and not a leader. He's telling us what we can and can't do. He really is pretty bad when you actually look at him. He's quite sinister. He's quite scary. So, I genuinely would have a good think about this. And although it may not get anywhere in Parliament, it just lets them know how unhappy we are, and that they really have to do something, because I'm telling you now, when people start to really realise what he's actually doing, and then we have our council, I can't think of the word, but when we go to find out who we want to run the council, Labour's in for a big shock. Although they got all them seats before, when people start to move now and realise that what he's doing, the divide won't be with Conservative Party now. The divide will be with the Labour Party, and it'll either be Conservative or Reform next. And I think Reform may just win Conservatives because of the plan that they've got, because of what they want. There's a lot that this petition will do, but it probably won't bring a general election. It may give us a new leader, which could be better, but Rachel Reeves, I mean, with all the stuff that's coming out on her, I'm surprised she's still even there. She really has lied. That's the problem. They have lied. They've lied about everything. And when someone lies, you should lose trust in them. You really should. And the fact that they lied that much, there should be no trust there. But people are just holding on to the fact that it's Labour and that they're for the working people. If they were, why are we so scared of them? Why are we so scared of our leader? That just says a lot. And people might not want to admit it, but everyone's scared. You can't say things anymore. People are saying little things and getting arrested. There's people being let out of our prisons that are murderers, rapists, child trafficking gangs, drug trafficking gangs. They're getting let out to make place for people that just say what they feel on the internet, and then they're doing time for it. That is not good. When you've got a leader that can have the power to do stuff like that, that's really, really not good. So you've got to have a good hard think about it. It's there till May, I think it's up for. So you got a good few months to think about. But I hope this is one of them. I hope this video gets out there so that people can see it. And although people will disagree with me, that's fine. But just have a little think about the person that's leading the country now. Try and spot the things that you think is not right of what he's doing, because obviously every party does things that half of the country are going to like and half aren't. But at the moment, he's doing so much that a lot more than half of the country don't like him. And if you've never voted or signed anything before, I honestly think that you should just sign it. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it can make a massive impact. Just one vote will make a massive impact. So please just have a think about if you're happy Starmer leading this country, because me personally, I don't think I'd want him leading any much longer because of the destruction that he's creating. He's causing a lot of problems. It's just certain people cannot see it, and I want them to hopefully see it. Anyway, take care. It was only meant to be a 5-minute video, and again I'm already rambling. Sorry about that, guys. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.